Okay, guys and gals, welcome to our first seminar out of many, I believe, because I have lots planned for the year coming. Today is about nutrition and vitality, specifically the fundamentals of nutrition and how we can start to better understand the value of the nutrients that we put in our body via the meals that we have and the food choices that we select. So we're going to have a look at three areas during today's seminar. The first is going to be macronutrients. The second, we're going to look at hydration. And then the third, we're looking at a balance within our within our approach. So, macronutrients. First things first, what are macronutrients? Macronutrients refers to the nutrients our body needs in large amounts. So your carbohydrates, your proteins and your fats. This is what we're discussing today. Each of which have different values, which I'll cover a little bit later. So your carbohydrates, the purpose of these is they are the easiest form of energy that your body can reach for, and it's the main source of energy that's broken up into glucose, and your body uses that to then produce motion, action, brain functions and so on. The source of your carbohydrates will be your whole grains, fruits, vegetables, legumes and dairy. So you'll notice between your carbs, your proteins and your fats, some foods cross over because they give you a bit of both or a bit of everything. The important thing about this is that it is quick energy for the body, whereas your fats and your proteins, it takes a little bit longer for the body to process and synthesize to then turn into fuel. So carbohydrates are easy access, which is usually why we grab it when we're feeling sluggish, a little bit tired, and we need a quick boost of energy. Your proteins, the role of these is to help with recovery and muscle repair. They produce enzymes and hormones that support your immune function as well. The source of your proteins are going to be your lean meats, your poultry, fish, eggs, nuts and dairy in there as well. The importance of your proteins is that they are essential for muscle repair and growth, like I mentioned at the start, especially for active individuals like all of us. Your fats are very important, even though they're kind of demonized along with carbs. They are really good for producing long-term energy, so to speak, and it helps to absorb certain vitamins into your bloodstream as well. It also supports brain function and cell function as well. Your sources of healthy fats will be avocados, nuts, seeds, olive oils, and fatty fish like tuna, salmon. The importance of your fats is crucial for brain function, health, and hormone production. Healthy fats also promote satiety, so you will feel fuller for longer when consuming healthy fats. When we're looking at the balance between macronutrients, your calories produce fuel. Your fuel is the energy that your body needs to function during the day. So take your calories like the fuel that you put in an engine. You're not going to be able to drive your car if there's nothing in the tank, so you're always going to need some fuel in there. Your macronutrients have different calorie values. Your carbohydrates will give you 4 calories per gram. Same thing with your proteins, whereas your fats give you 9 calories per gram. So that's why your fats have a higher satiety rate than your proteins or your carbohydrates. So if there's an imbalance with your macronutrients, you're going to have lower energy when there's not enough carbs. Inadequate levels of protein will hinder muscle repair and muscle growth. And not enough fats can impair things like your brain health and vitamin absorption. So no matter how many vitamins you take, if you're not taking or consuming enough good fats, then those vitamins aren't going to be put to use by the body. However, if you do have a good balance to your macronutrients, it is really important because it will help to better energy levels throughout the day. It will help with better vitamin absorption and satiety through sufficient fats, and you'll also find yourself recovering from your workouts or your daily activities better, and you'll find it more effective to grow muscle should you have a sufficient amount of protein in your diet. So with everything that we've looked at so far, there's steps that you can take right now to make a difference, and you are already, which is great. You can reflect on your habits and then consider your current eating pattern. You want to aim to balance your intake of macronutrients, and that's between your carbohydrates, proteins, and healthy fats in each meal. So look at your 3 to 5 meals, and you're going to try and balance out your macronutrients in all 5. So 3 main meals and then your 2 snacks, and it is highly doable. You want to track and adjust what you're consuming. It's not a long-term thing, it's not meant to be, it's just to help you with that reflection phase, because you need some data to reflect on. So tracking is going to be the first step. After you've reflected on it, then you can actually adjust and make the necessary changes. So keep a journal, keep a digital diary using an app, whatever works best for you. Prioritize balance, and that's by monitoring your meals to include a mixture of nutrition-rich foods. That's going to help to fuel your activity throughout the day. And then understand your own personal needs. So this is where figuring out your macronutrient balance or your total calorie intake comes into it. And I'm going to share a link to an online calculator that can help with that. It's easy to access and very, very easy to use.